Welcome to this General Osteopathic Council video, which sets out our new proposals on continuing professional development for osteopaths. I'm Tim Walker, the GOSC's Chief Executive, and I want to talk you through this important development in osteopathic regulation and practice. I want to briefly explain our proposals, let you know where you can find more information, and also encourage you to give us your views, whether you're an osteopath, a patient, another healthcare professional, or a member of the public. Our aim as a regulator is to enhance public protection and the quality of osteopathic care. Through this new CPD scheme, we want to support osteopaths to demonstrate that their knowledge and skills are up to date and they continue to be fit to practice. This will not only help to ensure that osteopaths continue to meet the professional standards set by the GOSC, but also meet the public's expectation that all healthcare professionals keep themselves up to date. Our challenge throughout this work has been developing a scheme that satisfies public expectations, but at the same time works for osteopaths. It needs to genuinely help osteopaths to enhance their quality of care by clearly linking ongoing learning, day-to-day practice, as well as the GOSC's standards. So how did we get here? Well, in 2011 and 12, we piloted a revalidation scheme for osteopaths. And we also consulted widely on our current approach to CPD. Since then, we have developed a new scheme combining the best elements of both revalidation and CPD. And throughout 2014, we worked in partnership with groups of osteopaths around the UK, as well as patients, to develop and refine our proposals. And it is this new approach that we're consulting on now.
So what does the scheme look like and how will it work? For osteopaths, there will be some very familiar elements. First of all osteopaths will continue to be expected to do 30 hours of CPD a year, including 15 hours learning with others. And, as is the case now, those CPD activities will be chosen by osteopaths themselves. A key difference is that the CPD cycle will extend over 3 years instead of 1, so in all, a total of 90 hours CPD over 3 years. Where the approach will differ is in some other elements that we are proposing to introduce. We want to ensure that CPD is not just focused in one area of practice. So it will be expected that over the 3 years, learning activities should cover all 4 themes of the osteopathic practice standards. So that's communication and patient partnership, knowledge, skills and performance, safety and quality in practice, and professionalism. We think there should be one mandatory CPD activity, and that is around communication and consent. The reason we've chosen this is because we know that this is an area that can be quite challenging and where osteopaths sometimes get into difficulty. We also want every osteopath to undertake some form of objective feedback activity to inform their practice or learning. This could be in a number of forms, for example, by gathering patient feedback, being observed by a colleague, or undertaking an audit. We know that many osteopaths already do these kinds of activities, whether seeking feedback from patients or talking through difficult issues with colleagues. We want to build on these often informal activities and make them part of every osteopath's practice. The final element will be a requirement to have a peer discussion review at the end of each 3-year CPD period.
This peer discussion review is the biggest change in the new scheme. So what does it look like? Well, the idea is simple. There'll be a structured discussion based on a template which explores the different elements of the osteopath's CPD. It will ask, have your CPD activities covered the breadth of your practice? Have you done the required activities? Have you sought feedback and incorporated it in your practice? And have you kept a record of the CPD that you've done? So who will be the peer reviewers? Well, we think the choice should be made by osteopaths themselves. The review could be undertaken by another osteopath or healthcare professional, or, if you have one, your employer. It could be arranged through a regional osteopathic group, through an osteopathic educational institution, or another postgraduate CPD provider. If necessary, but probably only as a last choice, it could be done by the GOSC. While we think it's essential that all osteopaths remain up to date and meet the required standards, we don't see these CPD requirements as something that you pass or fail. The important thing is that osteopaths commit to undertaking the required elements, engage with the process, and reflect on their practice. The aim is to provide a respectful and supportive environment in which osteopaths commit to enhancing their practice on an ongoing basis.
As well as this video, we have produced a special website which contains all of the consultation materials. We have produced an overview document which has been sent to all osteopaths and which you can also download from our website. Also on the website, there are copies of the draft CPD guidelines and the draft peer discussion review guidelines, as well as lots of other materials and case studies to show how the scheme would work. There are also 2 consultation documents, a long version and a shorter summary version, which may be more helpful for patients or non-osteopaths. The consultation documents can be completed online, or you can print and post them to us if you prefer. The consultation lasts until the end of May.
So what are the next steps? Well, first of all, we want as much feedback from you as possible on these proposals. Second, why not talk them through with colleagues or patients and get them to respond too? And third, you can encourage your regional osteopathic group to hold a discussion meeting, which we would be happy to attend. Finally, if you have any questions, you can mail them to us at cpdconsultation@osteopathy.org.uk, and we will post the responses on our website. As I said at the beginning, we're committed to ensuring that these proposals work for the benefit of both osteopaths and patients. So please help us make this scheme work for you. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to hearing from you.